Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. The Sultanate of Oman and the United Kingdom discuss ways to strengthen the strategic partnership between them in various fields. Sahar polysilicon plant agreements is signed with over 330 million Omani riyals in financing. Muscat Stock Exchange signs 2 agreements with Kazakhstan Stock Exchange and the Astana International Stock Exchange to strengthen capital market position. And Financial Services Authority approves new amendments to the Unified Motor Insurance Policy. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. The Sultanate of Oman and the United Kingdom discussed the course of their existing relations of friendship and bilateral cooperation and ways to strengthen the strategic partnership between them across various political, economic, developmental and investment fields. This includes following up on the outcomes of the Strategic Dialogue Team and the Joint Working Group and completing the programs and work streams agreed upon by both sides in a manner that serves mutual interests and enhances prospects for bilateral cooperation. This took place in a meeting held today between His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamad Al Busaidi, the Foreign Minister, and Her Excellency Yvette Cooper, Secretary of the State for Foreign, Commonwealth and Developmental Affairs of the United Kingdom. On regional issues, the two sides exchanged views on a number of development of mutual interest, including evolving situations in the Republic of Yemen, Sudan and Iran. The two ministers emphasized the importance of supporting efforts aimed at consolidating the de-escalation in Yemen and strengthening inclusive political dialogue pathways in a manner that ensures Yemen's unity, sovereignty and territorial integrity. They also discussed recent developments in the Gaza Strip and the need to intensify humanitarian efforts to alleviate the suffering faced by the population there, in addition to stepping up international efforts to achieve a permanent ceasefire, supporting reconstruction efforts and reviving the peace process in accordance with a two-state solution and the establishment of an independent Palestinian state. Regarding the Iranian nuclear file, the two ministers stressed the importance of creating conditions conducive to restoring the diplomatic track and resuming negotiations in a way that contributes to reducing regional tensions, enhances security and stability in the region, and spares it the risk of escalation and conflict. With regard to Sudan, the two ministers addressed the strategic humanitarian situation and the necessity of exerting efforts to reach a cessation of hostilities and to consolidate a truce that would allow UN relief agencies to carry out their humanitarian missions, paving the way towards achieving political consensus among the conflicting parties. With financing agreements exceeding 330 million Omani riyals, the completion of the polysilicon plant in the Sahar Free Zone has been finalized. These agreements have made the Oman Future Fund affiliated with the Oman Investment Authority the largest shareholder in the United Solar Polysilicon Company, which is scheduled to begin production in the first quarter of this year, following the completion of construction. The plant is expected to have a production capacity of 100,000 metric tons annually and will create a number of job opportunities. It is noteworthy that polysilicon is a key material used primarily in the manufacturing of solar energy panels. Accordingly, the new plant will enhance the position of Oman industries and the global map of supply chains related to electrical energy. The plant will provide many job opportunities with a direct contribution in increasing industrial efforts and growth in non-oil revenues. Muscat Stock Exchange and Tabadul platform signed 2 agreements with the Kazakhstan Stock Exchange and the Astana International Stock Exchange to regulate remote trading mechanisms within the Tabadul platform. An agreement aims to enhance the position of the Omani capital market within the regional and international market system.
Muscat Stock Exchange, in collaboration with the Tabadul Hub, announced the signing of a series of agreements with regional and international financial markets, namely the Kazakhstan Stock Exchange and the Astana International Exchange. The agreements complete the contractual, regulatory, and operational frameworks required to connect Muscat Stock Exchange with these markets through the Tabadul Hub.
This will allow brokers to have a cross-border connectivity, direct connectivity to the market and trade directly. And the turn now goes to the brokers to go and market their investment opportunities to more than 8.3 million investors connected to this network. So the connection of the networks allows the brokers to connect. As well, we introduced the remote market makers. Now most of the traffic in the market makers comes from Abu Dhabi to Oman, and this will allow more market makers to connect to Oman and observe the opportunities.
MSX and KASE with AIX, the 2 other exchanges from Kazakhstan, we established the link, the legal documentation and the connectivity between those exchanges, which will facilitate different initiative and product between those exchanges.
The signing ceremony was attended by senior executives and representatives of relevant markets and institutions, including the Abu Dhabi Securities Exchange as the operator of the Tabadul Hub, alongside representatives from the Kazakhstan Stock Exchange and the Astana International Exchange and their respective central securities depositories, in addition to the Muscat Clearing and Depository and a number of brokerage firms.
We believe being a part of Tabadul, it's a new era. It's going to open Omani market to the foreign investors. We anticipated there's going to be a good inflow to Oman market, and the figures showing there is a good demand from the foreign investors to Oman market.
This development is expected to have a positive impact on market depth and investor-based diversification by enabling greater opportunities for cross-market trading and strengthening interaction among participating markets, thereby supporting sustainable growth and reinforcing confidence in the regulatory and operational infrastructure of the capital market.
The Medical City for Military and Security Services organized today the International Conference on Technology and Innovation in the Healthcare Sector, ICTIH 2026, under the patronage of His Excellency Dr. Sultan bin Yarab Al Busaidi, advisor at the private office. The conference, which was held in Muscat Governorate, aims to showcase the latest global innovations in digital health transformation, artificial intelligence, smart systems, operational efficiency, and human capital development, and to highlight how these elements collectively contribute to building a higher quality, more sustainable, and more patient-centered healthcare system. The conference also focused on the role of partnership between the public and private sectors, academic institutions, and global companies in developing healthcare services, supporting innovation and facilitating knowledge transfer in line with Oman Vision 2040 towards building a knowledgeable-based economy and an advanced healthcare sector. The conference program includes keynote sessions, panel discussions, specialized workshops, and an exhibition of modern healthcare technologies featuring the latest digital and operational solutions that are reshaping the future of hospitals and healthcare worldwide. The Financial Services Authority issued a decision approving the new amendments to the Unified Motor Insurance Policy document comes within the framework of the continuous review of the legislative and regulatory structure of the insurance sector in line with the current requirements and in response to the public's need for high-quality insurance services. The new amendments include a package of benefits and advantages most notably setting specific timeframes for settling claims and simplifying related procedures, as well as providing automatic coverage for material damage to be insured a vehicle resulting from the natural disasters and climate events. This coverage applies to all motor insurance policies, including compulsory insurance third-party liability. The Financial Services Authority has worked with insurance and reinsurance companies to regulate the cost of this new coverage in proportion to the expected level of risk. Still to come in our news bulletin. The Sultanate of Oman celebrates the Al-Isra wal-Miraj anniversary. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. The Sultanate of Oman, represented by the Ministry of Endowments and Religious Affairs, celebrated the Al-Isra wal-Miraj anniversary. The ceremony draws inspiration from the events of faith-based spiritual and educational dimensions and the profound implications it holds for enriching faith, reinforcing values of patience and steadfastness. The ceremony, organized by the Ministry of Endowments and Religious Affairs, falls within the framework of its commitment to commemorate religious occasions in an institutional manner that combines authenticity and renewal, contributing to the enhancement of religious awareness, the consolidation of faith-based values, and connecting generations with the biography of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The ceremony was held under the patronage of Sheikh Ahmed bin Saud al-Siyabi, Secretary General of the Office of the Sultanate of Oman's Grand Mufti. The Ministry of Economy organized a workshop to introduce the advantages offered within the framework of the Greater Arab Free Trade Area. The workshop addressed the challenges that Omani companies might face in benefiting from the agreement's provisions and explored ways to overcome them. The workshop aimed to open broader horizons for investment, facilitate the movement of goods, support national industries, and enable them to access promising Arab markets, encompassing hundreds of millions of consumers. It is worth noting that the volume of trade exchange between the Sultanate of Oman and the Arab countries for the year 2024 exceeded 12 billion Omani riyals. The Governorate of Al-Wusta is witnessing increased tourism activity during the winter tourism season, which runs from October through April. With growing visitor turnout and Al-Wusta increasingly chosen as a destination for integrated and tranquil tourism, the number of hotel establishments across the Governorate's wilayas rose by the end of 2025, reaching 23 facilities offering more than 700 hotel rooms. Al-Wusta Governorate is considered one of the governorates rich in investment opportunities, supported by its natural features and moderate climate. These factors position the Governorate as a promising investment destination for local and international investors across several key sectors, including oil and energy, tourism, logistics, and fisheries. In the Governorate of Musandam, a capacity building program targeting small and medium-sized enterprises has been launched with the aim of strengthening their competitiveness and enabling them to take advantage of opportunities available through government tenders and development projects. The program comes as part of the Tamkeen initiative launched by the Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry as part of broader efforts to support business environment and promote economic development in the Governorate of Musandam. The initiative focuses on enhancing institutional readiness among SME owners by providing them with the skills and tools needed to improve operational efficiency, comply with the government procurement's requirements, and expand their participation in public sector projects supporting local economic growth and job creation. Visitors flocked to Muscat Nights at Al Qurum Natural Park, where culture and family entertainment came together. More details in the following report.
During the long weekend, Muscat Nights witnessed a strong flow of visitors at Al Qurum Natural Park, turning the city's evenings into a vibrant celebration of culture, entertainment, and family-friendly experiences.
Muscat Nights is a wonderful place to visit here in Al Qurum, where families and friends can enjoy the quality time together while experiencing the Omani heritage and a wide range of activities. And what else? Come here, capture the moment with us with Live It.
Visitors of all ages enjoyed a dynamic mix of activities as the park came alive with music, movement, and a festive winter atmosphere. At the heart of the event, the Heritage Village stood out as a living showcase of Oman's rich cultural identity. Visitors were welcomed by the aromas of traditional Omani cuisine and the sounds of folk music, alongside live art performances and traditional dances. Camel rides were a highlight for children, offering them a joyful and safe experience that blended fun with a glimpse into Oman's heritage.
I'm at Muscat Nights, specifically at the Heritage Village, where I have been taken on a journey to experience Oman's heritage in the most contemporary way possible. We have a beautiful, beautiful intersection of cultural performances and drone shows. We have mishkak, cooked on rocks. You heard that right. And I think you should come and try it, because I tried camel mishkak for the first time and it was 10 out of 10.
Laughter and excitement filled the area as families captured the memorable moments. Guests also enjoyed Omani halwa and traditional coffee, as well as mishkak and stone-cooked barbecue.
Here in the amazing Muscat Nights, we saw so many heritage. They have nice fresh halwa, and they also have mishkak cooked by stones, and also they have so many things. They have also camels. You can ride on the camels. There's so many things, so much fun.
More than a display of the past, the Heritage Village offered an authentic cultural experience, making Muscat Nights a memorable destination for families and visitors alike. Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubi'i, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
This is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The Sultanate of Oman and the United Kingdom discuss ways to strengthen the strategic partnership between them in various fields. Sohar polysilicon plant agreements signed with over 330 million Omani riyals in financing. Muscat Stock Exchange signs 2 agreements with Kazakhstan Stock Exchange and the Astana International Stock Exchange to strengthen capital market position. And Financial Services Authority approves new amendments to the Unified Motor Insurance Policy. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the studios and the newsroom, it's good night and stay safe.